they're doing. They're programming. They're programming all of us. We are so programmed we don't have an original thought in our heads. It's all coming from the media. But let's go back to the roles of a man and a woman. Now do this brief. Put both of them up, hon. This is a job of a man. Now, I don't want anyone to get a concept that we can't do both. We can do both. But God designed the men to provide food and shelter and education. They were to inform the children with knowledge about what goes on in the world. That's the man's responsibility, to teach his child how to function in the outside world, about laws, what's right, what's wrong, what's ethical, so that they have a good name for their children. They grow up and have a good name in the family. Protection. The father and mother work together as a team, but the father is concerned about these things. Even if a mother works and contributes the money, the father will still worry about the bills being paid. He will still worry whether he has enough money for the child's education. It's a part of his program. We can do both, and it's important for the male and the female energy to be balanced in both of us. But these are the man's gifts. Functioning outside of the home is easier for them. Now the woman's gifts, she sustains life. She is the vessel of creation. Can you imagine? We're feminine energy of the universe. We're the vessel that sustains life and continues life. Baba looks at the male students and says, if it were not for your mother, you would not exist. You must honor your mother and father more than anything else, for they are the ones that have given you birth. Isn't that beautiful? Sai Baba taught me the role of a woman, and I'll tell you, I was so confused with the women's movement, I didn't know whether to wear pants or a dress. It was very confusing times, and many other countries are having the same confusion today. A woman is a caregiver. She naturally has devotion. I used to go to the Catholic Church and I'd sit there in church and I'd think, how come all the pews are filled with women? Where are the men? Sai Baba says we have a natural ability, and it is a woman's job to bring her husband and her children to God. Now, sacrifice. Oh, Sai Baba teaches that a woman will sacrifice her very life for her child. He says a husband will go so far and then not continue. It's our natural gift. That's what we're made for. Stop and think about it. Do you know the greatest sacrifice that exists is giving up your own body for a child inside? Just think about it. I don't know how many of you men would do that. It's not easy having that thing run around inside, punching and hurting and nausea and labor pains. I mean, you cannot imagine. But the first thing that you do with a child is give up your own body. You sacrifice your own body. You nourish that child from within. But we have to continue nourishing that child. It is the lifetime commitment. A lifetime commitment. You never get rid of the child. Even when they grow up and have kids, you're grandparents. Then you are examples. Now, let's see how this works. There's 4 steps to every action that we do. We have thoughts. Thoughts give rise to words. Words lead to deeds. Deeds bring consequences, and consequences give rise to more thoughts. We are not...
I was just going to say, why is this here all of a sudden? Because this is where the family unit is breaking down. Spoiling, spoiling, spoiling. The media has come into our house. If a stranger knocked on the door and said, "Can I come in and live with you? Gee, can I tell your child what he should do? Should I sit there at the dinner table? Should I talk to him while he's doing his homework?" What would you say? You would say, "No, get out." I think probably the average TVs in Malaysia is probably 2 in every house. And I bet it's on at dinner time. You're tired, you're exhausted, I'll just turn the news on. Oh God, I got to listen to that nonsense too. I mean, it's bad enough being stressed out at work, but when you turn the news on, it's even worse. Because this is hard to believe, but in Bangalore recently, when I was there, they have more cable TVs than I have in Tampa, Florida. They got 70 channels of cable. Oh, I couldn't believe it. And it's in every language imaginable. From Malaysia, from Singapore, from Japan. I mean, it's all over the world is being seen there. I think I got about 20 channels at home, unless you want to spend all kinds of extra money to get on these crazy dishes and stuff. But they got a normal plug-in with 70 channels. Crazy. Look how the family's being bombarded. Now, you tell your child, you are not going to have that cake with chocolate ice cream unless you eat all your food on your plate. You had a thought, you had a word. Now why don't you tell what happens, mother? You've been working all day. You come home. Or you haven't been working out, but you've been running, taking the kids to ballet, you took them to the swimming class, you took them to t-ball, you took them to soccer. Oh, let's see, and maybe you had to get a shot, and you had to go fill out a form at school to get permission for him to go on this field trip. And you come home and you're pretty exhausted, and you just told the kid that Dr. Evie said you have to eat vegetables every day so you can have a healthy skeleton. And we know he's right.
So, do you know the patience that it takes to outweight a child? That child will sit there and play around in those vegetables and won't eat that food. Everybody else is eating, you've done the dishes, and the kid's still sitting there. No matter what you say, that child won't eat those vegetables. You've all seen this scene, haven't you? Huh? Finally, you get so tired, you just say, oh, you take the plate away, you wash it, you want to get done, you want to get out of there, you give the kid the cake and the ice cream, because if you don't, he's throwing a temper tantrum. He's screaming, yelling, crying, kicking. So, the consequence is you gave in. Now, let's see what that does. Just leave it there, honey. Okay. It gives rise to more thoughts. Now the child now knows, if I outweight mom and dad, I'll get what I want. How many times when you're on the telephone do they ask you if you can go to a friend? Oh, yeah, and you don't even know what you're and to. Or they'll hit dad when he's watching a sports event or reading the newspaper. Right? Oh, they're so smart. We're dumb. We don't even get together. They get together in cliques and try to figure out how to outfox